love the smell of burning batteries in the morning. Ow! Seriously. Today was not my day. So I went out this morning to get footage for the vlog. I already had the other part recorded. It was some nice message, inspirational, good, doers versus dreamers. It was awesome. And I forgot that I had been playing around with my GoPro settings. Now I know whenever you do anything important as a videographer or as a photographer, you should check your camera settings. Well, I didn't. Let me readjust this. So I didn't check my camera settings, which was really unfortunate. So I ended up flying at 4K 30, which is fine, but I had locked my shutter speed down to 120, which is not optimal in any way, shape, or form. And it was in full daylight, which meant that my footage was completely blown out, kind of like this. I got to go out and kind of like help myself in terms of, my mental health, doing something I love, take a moment out of the day and just focus on this thing that I love. So I got back to the house, I went to check the footage and it looked like crap. I mean, there's bits and pieces of it that are moderately usable. Here, I'll put something right here. But for the most part, it all is just completely blown out and there's really no saving it whatsoever. Here, maybe I'll put a little footage right here. So I got thinking, tomorrow's gonna be cold. I was already having problems with my batteries because it was cold, but I thought maybe, just maybe, I could go back to the same spot, do something similar, because I actually had a plan in mind when I was flying, and maybe tomorrow it'll turn out even better. I'll fix my camera settings and let the GoPro rip. Have a good time. Well, in order to do that, I've got to charge all my batteries again. I parallel charge. Yes, I know. Parallel charging is dangerous, Mike. You shouldn't parallel charge. That's how fires start. I understand that, and I know the dangers, and I fully accept them. I charge in an ammo canister, Everything is as safe as it can be. But I've never had a battery fail on me during charging. I've always had them fail due to the balance board. So for the second time, as I was plugging in, I had my balance board short out. The problem was that I had my headphones on, I was listening to some music, I was actually listening to some Screamo Punk, and I heard the sparking, but I thought it was part of the music. Smoke is billowing everywhere. I rip everything off the balance charger, and I mean, it wasn't even going. I was just plugging up, and I don't know, the balance board is done. The batteries that were plugged in may be done. Just not how I wanted to end the day. I think what's even more frustrating is that I have tried really hard this year to keep all of my FPV costs as minimal as possible. I probably have less than $200 in FPV this year. And quite frankly, I'm getting to the point where I need to spend money. But now we're at Christmas time, and I really don't want to spend the money. So I'm sitting here looking at newly fried batteries, my balance board is gone. And here's the thing. It's not that I don't have money. As a matter of fact, we've been provided for very well. My kids are gonna have a great Christmas. My wife doesn't have to work. We've got a really good life, but part of having a really good life means that you try to control your budget. And for, quite honestly, about a year and a half, 2 years when I first got into FPV, there just was no control. It just ate money. But keeping the budget, making sure that we didn't overspend on something that really isn't a necessity, was more paramount throughout the year than keeping me in the air, if you will. But I want to think about it from a different standpoint. Yeah, my footage sucked today. My footage sucked. I didn't burn my shed quarters down. I did get to fly. I actually hit some fun gaps and tricks that I had been meaning to hit. We will have a good Christmas. There's enough for this Christmas that we'll be able to give beyond just our family. We'll be able to give to other people. Christmas is a big deal. My kids look forward to it all year long. They're getting older, their gifts are getting more expensive, but we're still able to make the magic happen for them on Christmas morning. And we also try as much as we can to make the magic happen for other kids that don't have the opportunity. It's a materialistic thing, yes, but when all your friends wake up on Christmas morning, I can't imagine, to new toys, to new presents, to new gifts, I can't imagine being the one kid that gets to school or gets into the neighborhood and they didn't get anything. That, to me, that just breaks my heart. So, you know what? Yes, there's not a lot of money at all for drones right now. That's okay. My footage was bad. Whatever. I may have lost a battery or two. I'm down to my last few props. My kids are gonna have a good Christmas. We're gonna be able to give beyond our family for Christmas. Lest you think I am complaining, I am not. But it doesn't hurt to admit that your expectations weren't met or that you're disappointed. I'm a firm believer that you should see disappointment and acknowledge disappointment, and then you move past it. And in this instance, I'm gonna move past it with thankfulness. I'm gonna move past it by sharing this with you all. And hopefully, we're all gonna go on to have better flights, maybe good weather for the rest of the year, and let's just all be thankful we didn't burn the shed quarters down.